Shout out to the Cows gang. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer, and welcome to the show, Victim or Volunteer. What I want y'all to do, grab the nearest couch, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Yo, man, oh man. What up, Cows gang? I gotta tell y'all a story that happened some months ago. Now, I didn't really fly an airplane like that. I didn't start flying until 2005 when I flew to Vegas to see my older brother. That was the first time I ever flown. And even after that, I didn't fly like that, But with the recent years, I've been flying left and right. Flying East Coast, West Coast, definitely in the South. Even fly from the Midwest to another state in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you about this flight that I was on. I was on a Delta airline, and I don't know what the was going on, but it was a dude, black dude, he about 6'6". He looked to be almost 250 pounds. He came on there, snapping off about a seat, and all of a sudden, he did some R. Kelly rain on a bitch. You can't make this up. This man peed on a woman, an old white lady, and pissed for about 20 seconds. Talk about a lot of piss. And no one did nothing at the time. And then he end up sitting in somebody's seat where the person was already sitting there while the other person was asleep. And then he hit somebody. It was just crazy. But it did hit the news, and I'm gonna let them speak their piece and tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
A shocking scene in the sky more than an hour into a flight from Boston to Dublin over the weekend, and investigators say ex-NFL player Gosder Cherilus relieved himself onto an elderly woman, forcing the plane back to Logan Airport.
I glanced up at him. I thought at first he was just going to expose himself. And then he pulled out his penis and he started to urinate.
Connie Bush, who's from Maine, said she had no idea who the former Boston College standout was until Monday, when he appeared in court facing multiple charges, including disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
He fully emptied his bladder on me.
In response...
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you telling me that this former NFL football player peed on you all the way till he was done and finished, and you just sat there? Huh? Really? What? You didn't try to get up, you didn't try to move, you didn't try to run, you didn't try to climb over the seat, you didn't try to push him out the way, you just sat there and watched him use you as a toilet bowl. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me let y'all listen to the news media. I don't believe that shit.
In response to the accusations, Cherilus posted this on Instagram, saying in part, quote, "I took a sleeping medication that I don't normally use, which resulted in behavior that is not representative of my character, and I would like to apologize to the passengers and flight crew." Bush says after he was done urinating and saying his piece,
the guy used some expletives, and it was just like, don't touch me, don't touch me.
The first-round draft pick from Wakefield, who spent 8 years in the NFL, allegedly then tried sitting on another passenger.
He was very determined that the seat that he had sat down in, where the gentleman was already sleeping in that seat, was his.
Bush made a beeline for the bathroom, luckily with a change of clothes.
A very weird experience. And
hey man, she kind of laughing, and like she kind of had a good experience behind this. That's just my opinion, but it seems to me that she didn't have an issue really. It was like, it's a different experience, and just to let y'all know, that some people do like to get peed on and shit on. And
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You have motherfuckers that go out to Dubai and get paid $10,000 to get used as a toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's number one or number two. I'm just saying. Let's finish it off. I'm sorry.
And it's not one I would like to repeat.
Yeah, right. So now we know who this is. This is Gosder Cherilus. And I never heard of dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to look him up. But he was a former NFL football player. He played for the Detroit Lions. He played for the Indianapolis Colts, and he also played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when I looked up his net worth, it looked like he was worth $36 million, So, but at the time, I didn't know who the it was. I just thought some big dude just acting a fool. Now, the thing about it though, he pleads not guilty because he did go to court and he pleads not guilty. And as you heard, he said that, hey, I'm taking sleeping medication and I wasn't used to it. The side effects caused me to do this, But I made a mistake. He looked to be 250, but he actually 280 pounds, 6'6". And when they tried to restrain him, when they flew and landed the plane, he was uncooperative. Massachusetts State Police needed 4 officers to get him off. They also charged him, as they said, disorderly conduct, disturbing a flight crew, and resisting arrest. They should have charged him with indecent exposure. Should have charged him with, peeing on somebody. But I guess they say, it is what it is. But he did issue an apology. He said that, like I told y'all, sleeping medication that he normally don't use. And, the flight was unexpectedly delayed for 5 hours. And he said that he was preparing to do an overnight flight. He took the medication that he don't normally use, and it resulted to the behavior that is not representative of his character. And again, he apologized to passengers and flight crew. I don't know how, you can, me personally, I don't know how you can accept that apology. You peed on me for 20 seconds. But at the same time, I don't see how she just sat there. Now, he appeared in court, and let's see what they got to say.
Former NFL and Boston College star appeared in court today, and he's accused of disorderly conduct on a flight from Boston to Dublin, which prompted the crew to bring the plane back to Logan. WBZ's Penny Commit has the story.
Gosder Cherilus declined to answer any of our questions outside of the courthouse, but these court documents give us some insight into what exactly happened this weekend on Delta Flight 154. Sir, any comment? Former NFL lineman and Boston College football star Gosder Cherilus faced a judge Monday after a weekend flight to Dublin went horribly wrong. According to a police report, Cherilus appeared intoxicated when he arrived at Logan Airport. Before the Dublin-bound flight took off, he allegedly argued with another passenger over seating arrangements. Then, about an hour in, he allegedly walked up to an elderly woman, exposed himself, and, quote, emptied his entire bladder for approximately 20 seconds. Court documents say the entire flight was in complete shock and passengers feared for their safety. The flight crew attempted to stop Cherilus, to which he became unruly and aggressive. And on his way back to his seat, the former lineman allegedly struck another elderly man with his right hand. The aircraft returned to Logan Airport, where Cherilus became unruly once again before being escorted off the plane by several police officers. The Wakefield resident faces 3 state charges, including disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. And in court, prosecutors said there was also a federal investigation into the incident.
The incidents of him urinating on someone, as well as apparently hitting a passenger, happened while in flight over Canadian waters.
Cherilus is expected to be back in court October 11th. In East Boston, I'm Penny Commit, WBZ News.
Penny, thanks.
Man, that's something, man. He did all that. And he says from taking sleep medications, but they're saying that he was intoxicated because he was drunk as hell. So I don't know, man. But so far, there was no updates. Because like I said, this happened back in August, sometime in the summer. Ain't no updates on whether, he was found guilty or if he settled or if he pleaded guilty to anything. But so far they say, he say, not guilty, I didn't do nothing. But but yeah, I had to tell y'all about that. And when I was on that flight, man, I just, I just turned my head back around because after 5 seconds and she kept sitting there, I figured she didn't have a problem with it. Hey man, but I'd like to know, Cows Gang, is this elderly woman a victim or volunteer? Hey man, just to let y'all know, man, if anybody's sitting there pissing on you, man, please at least try to get away. Not just sit there and look with amaze. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Cows Gang, Cows Gang.